Hello, welcome to Derby in the Midlands. We're in the Midlands today.
I've never been to the Midlands properly.
You went to Coventry, but yeah.
Yeah, but this is the East Midlands. This is different.
Yeah.
Coventry's like near Birmingham, so.
And you might be wondering, what's with the slightly more formal attire? Why are we in Derby? Well, we've just come up on an EMR Class 222 Meridian.
Which was shit.
Yeah, what did you think of the Meridian First Class?
I thought it was actually worse than standard.
Yeah.
I mean, give credit, the hosts in first class were really nice. The only problem is your orange juice tasted like metal and tasted alcoholic.
Yeah.
The Coke, you know, the drink, not the drug. Like soft drinks you've got to pay for. Alcohol you've got to pay for. You don't really get meals. I had tea which scalded my lips. Basically nowhere near as good as the LNER first class we went on.
Yeah.
It's probably more comfortable than the Azuma. However, value for money is a bit less.
Actually, I'd say maybe not. Because the Azuma, while on the surface less comfortable, I found the seat positioning on the Azuma to be a bit more ergonomic than the seats on the 222, as I felt myself getting uncomfortable on the 222 more because the 222, like the Azumas, lack padding.
Significantly.
And the Azumas do feel a lot newer and cleaner.
Put it this way, I found standard class seating more comfortable. And that says something. Also, the real reason why we're here is to go on the HST tour, which is going from Derby to Reading, and it's taken about 4.5 hours because it's going through Kidderminster. Basically the longest way possible to get back to Reading, basically.
Yeah.
Doesn't help from me, the fact that I got up really early and came from Salisbury.
But it does give us a good point of comparison on what first class on EMR intercity used to be like.
And how bad it is
and
now.
what it's like now. And then we'll also discuss at the end of the video what it's going to look like in the future.
Which could be worse and it could be better. You don't know exactly yet. Anyway, as you can see behind us, there is the recently done up EMR 170.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've been to Derby and it's pissing it down and the weather is absolutely shit.
Yeah, we can't, really, did the tour really have to be today? Right when we're getting weather warnings?
Yeah.
We'll deal with it.
Yeah, we'll deal with it. Anyway, we'll see you later when the HST comes in.
See you when the HST comes in. Right, and we are here in Worcester. We are stopped for a bit in Worcester. So, well, we're going to go over the seat.
We're actually stopped because an IAT is broken near Oxford.
Average IAT activities. There is an IAT right there that is also broken.
Yeah, that's stable there. The thing's falling apart. I'll flash a picture on screen of this next to that, and you can see which one's clearly not as good.
Yeah.
But no, seat comfort already a million times better than Meridian's.
Yeah.
This is just so soft.
This is soft. The padding is great. The ergonomics are amazing.
And the recline feature. I mean, you can recline so much on this.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I mean, This is luxury.
You can properly just sit back and relax.
And these are the original type of seats that these units originally shipped with. Obviously, they've been redone for EMT and all that. But the same type of seats, everything else in it is pretty much very similar to how it apparently it used to be.
And the padding is so nice. And
yeah, I mean,
let's put it like this. We've been on this train longer than we were for the Meridian, and
I feel like we haven't been on it for very long. It feels like we've been on it for barely any time at all.
And I'm feeling more comfortable now than I was an hour into the journey on the Meridian.
Yeah, and the good news is after here we're going to be able to reach this unit's maximum speed of 125 when we get towards Oxford area between Oxford and Reading.
Yeah,
so that's when we get to experience the full potential of this unit.
Yeah, and in terms of, we're actually going to talk a bit about 125 group here, because we didn't in the last video we did on this. So 125 group is a preservation society that is focusing on the preservation of the intercity 125s, and well, if you so wish, you can volunteer with 125 group. They're accepting all volunteers. All volunteers would be greatly
assuming
welcomed.
You're willing to go up towards the Midlands Railway in Butterley.
Yeah, which I would be, but that's just me.
Yeah, I would be, but I'm willing to go that far.
Yeah, because it's a cause that's very close to both mine and Jack's hearts, having grown up with the HSTs. It would be amazing to be part of their preservation and part of their story.
Absolutely.
The train is going to be setting off in about a minute now, so I'm going to set the camera up again, and we will see you at our final stop, which is Reading. Right,
so
and
we
we are
are
at Basingstoke. We kind of forgot to record an outro at Reading because we were in a bit of a rush.
Put it this way, the HST, we were going to watch the HST leave. We go to the other side, go wait for the HST to leave. We wait like about 40 minutes for it to get the signal to go, and the whole time we're anxiously thinking it's about to go. We're like, basically I really need to go to the toilet as well, so I was just hoping it would just fucking go. It didn't. I made a big risk and basically went to the toilet, came back, it was still there, and then they decided to turn the engine off. Basically because Reading Depot didn't want the HST in yet. But that backfired Great Western Railway, because then that meant that there was a HST stuck in a platform at Reading, meaning that every other train got delayed and diversions and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, very clever move. Anyway, it left. We forgot to do an outtake. We hopped on a train to Basingstoke, which is why we're here now, and now we've only just realised we haven't done an outro.
Yeah, we were kind of just walking up the stairs, walking along the platform because Jack's about to get on his train home, and I was like, wait, shit, we haven't done an outro.
Yeah, that's a bit of an issue.
So, ignore the change of setting. We're at Basingstoke. Basingstoke, what a place. So, what's the overall review of the EMR HST?
You mean the 125 group?
Yes,
HST?
the 125 group HST, the old EMR interior.
Basically, it's 10 million fucking times better and more comfortable than the fucking Meridian.
Yep.
Even a cross-country Voyager is better than a Meridian when it comes to comfort-wise.
Yeah.
It's a shame cross-country sometimes struggles with overcrowding sometimes, but they don't really have enough stock to allocate everywhere, so it's not all their fault.
But I will say, and this is, now we're moving on to the future of EMR Intercity, as we discussed at the beginning of the episode. Now, a few months ago, I tried out the tester seats at Derby and at Sheffield. The first class seats, hard as rock, no padding, poor ergonomic shape, and little to no recline. I didn't notice any recline. These standard class seats are not much better, but they are slightly better. But I will say, the 701s have a better seat than the 810s. And this is a problem because the 810s are supposed to be intercity trains, long distance trains. We're supposed to sit on them for a while. The 701s are supposed to be short distance commuter trains. The 701s have better seats than the 810s. And this is a huge problem. The seats that the 810s have are these new Fieseline seats, but they're so hard. It's like they've taken all of what previous padding these Fieseline seats used to have, and we're just like, nuh-uh. Yeah, we can't comment on it too much because obviously we haven't been on them yet, and they might have made changes to the seats, and whatever knows what they've done to the suspension and general quality of the IET model with the 810s. But if they're anything like other variants of the IET, then we know they are not going to be as good as their predecessors. And that's saying something because the 222s are really not that good in comparison. They are so worn out and so tired.
Even the refurbished sets, the refurbished 222s did not get a first class refurbishment.
Yeah.
The paint, the paintwork on the walls of the 222s in first class is the same from the Midland mainline TOC that had it.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Yeah.
Plus, the shape of the seats are in this weird T shape, which looks like Austin Powers' hairy chest.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, they ain't that good.
No.
And, I mean, I'd rather a Voyager.
And yeah, that's the overrun on the 810s. We don't know what they're going to be like, but hopefully they're better than other models of the IET family.
All we can do is hope.
Yes,
though.
We can hope they've made changes.
We can hope they've made changes, and we can hope that the ride quality is somewhat better. The only good thing is the 810s have got a chiseled jawline.
Yeah, the 810s are constantly mewing. They are looks maxing. I am never saying that again. I apologize for my actions.
Yeah, you fucking need to. Right, okay. that's it for today.
Yep.
We're going to do a sleeper train in a few weeks.
Yeah, I'm really excited to do that.
Yeah, that's gonna happen. It's gonna be great. We're gonna do both of them, and we're gonna be brutally honest about both of them.
Yeah.
There's no bias towards the Great Western one at all, in any means. Yeah.
No bias
Anyway,
whatsoever, guys.
My train's coming in now, so we've got to sign off now. But
Yes. It was an awesome filming. Great going on HST. And
now I'm going on another Braille unit, basically. So
yeah,
yeah,
and I'm waiting for a 159 back to London just so I can be on another Braille unit.
Cool.
Right.
Well, that's it.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.
Right. So today right. Can you leave that in as an outtake at the end?
That is an outtake.
Right. So today we're. For fuck's sake.